Hey channel, welcome back. This weekend's video has got a lot in it. We're going to start out by a little episode of what's in the box. So clearly, what's in the box? It's a big damn box. Not too hard to guess what's going to be in the box. I could drag this out for another 20 minutes, but let me just show you what's in the box. No, it's not another motorcycle. What's the one thing that the majority of 2018 plus Honda Goldwing owners say they dislike? I'm gonna say the one thing. There's two things. One of them's navigation. Clearly this isn't a new nav system. Lifetime supply of packing material. I'm so excited. I'm going to speed this up so y'all don't have to wait. Sorry about the noise. I am so excited for this. All right, here we go. Big reveal. Ta-da! Backrest, and there's more to come. Heated backrest. Ooh, I'm liking this already. Oh, this is super sweet. All right, guys, 1 second. I'm going to show it to you on the bike too, but I just want to show it to you out here in the sunlight. Check that out. Ultimate seat, passenger backrest, and driver backrest with the burgundy croc inlay. Cannot wait to try this out. Okay, back in a second when I get it on the bike. Should be as easy as just pulling the other one off, putting the new one on, plugging it in. Back in a minute. Alright, now I have both seats off, got them flipped over. Let's take a look at some of the differences between the stock seat here on the left in the white and the ultimate seat here on the left in the black. Right up front you can see the stock seat has these nylon spikes that sort of fit on either side in the back, and there are nylon grooves that slide into a slot on the seat back here. On the ultimate seat these are metal and there are no nylon spikes at the back. The plug looks pretty identical for the heat. Instead of nylon, this is some sort of formed poly something. Don't ask me. It's stiff. Where the screw holes in. Oh, and I'm missing a. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder where that went. Oh, those just come out. Might be on the floor somewhere. Anyway, nylon eyelets for the seat bolts to go in, whereas on the ultimate seat they are metal eyelets. And then on the front they have some nylon pins here that fit into two holes on the front of the bike. There are no nylon pins on the front of the ultimate seat. So that's pretty much the differences. Looks like great quality. Here you can see these are the material, fabric material is stapled in. This is also stapled in a little more cleanly in my opinion. Alright channel, here she is installed. What do you think? It's black leather with red stitching. And I believe what they call that is Shiraz croc inlay, both on the driver backrest and the passenger backrest. Got Ultimate stitched in there. Love that burgundy stitching everywhere. And the color more matches the darker burgundy on the bike than the Ardent red on the bike. But overall, I think that's a pretty good match. That is one fantastic looking seat. I sat on it, feels pretty comfortable, but as you know, only time will tell whether this one is better than the stock seat. I'm sure it's better than the stock seat. I know for a fact it won't scratch like the stock seat, but now that it's brand new, I will be taking extra care, like Mac with Gold Rider 1, to step on the pegs and step over the seat and not let my feet touch it. This seat comes with factory heat, so you just unplug the other, plug yours in to the factory connections, and you've got heated seat and heated backrest for the passenger. This does sit a little higher. You can see a little bit of a gap here that wasn't there with the OEM seat, but the trade-off is you get longer armrest here for the passenger, so it makes it more comfortable for the passenger. Coming around to the back, got Ultimate stitched in there. You have a lot of flexibility in what you have stitched into your seat. Like they had a design that gets stitched right here. I opted not to go for it because I just like the look, the clean look. Driver backrest has a pouch, fits in, it's adjustable every which way. It folds down so that you can get on the bike. If there's a downside to this seat, folks, it is not waterproof. So it comes with, they give you a Frog Tog material rain cover, ride-on rain cover that you can put on the bike, and when it's raining or you expect it to rain, just like putting on your rain suit, and it will protect the seat and the electronics underneath it from the water. Plus you don't want water seeping into the spongy soft material of the seat. That is different than the OEM seat. The OEM seat has a plastic liner which partially protects it from the rain. I think better than this seat. But I'll take that trade. I really like the looks of this. I don't mind putting on a rain cover. Excellent purchase. Not cheap by any means, guys. Not cheap by any means. But I am totally pleased with that purchase. Now, let's see how it feels after several months of riding it. I'll get back with you on that. Now, let's get on to the rest of the weekend's fun.
Alright, well hello again, channel. Continuing our fun for this weekend. What a beautiful sunrise we have behind us Saturday morning. I'm on my way to meet up with Road Glide. You guys know Road Glide. And Tom from Tom's Motorcycle Adventures. They normally come out on Sunday sometimes to have breakfast with us. Well, I'm heading out to Arlington to meet them for a short ride, so tune in for that. Cruise control set here. Alright. So there wasn't a weekend long video, a couple shorts, but not a long video last weekend because, as you guys know, I was out celebrating my birthday in the Caribbean on a cruise ship. My wife and I, we love to cruise. We jumped on board Carnival's latest and largest cruise ship, the Jubilee. This thing is massive. Now, viewers, let me clue you in. If you're thinking about cruising and never have, I want to give you some information. If you've cruised before, you might find this humorous a little bit. And if you just don't care about my cruise for the next few minutes, I put chapter markers in the description below. You can skip ahead to the next topics. Anyway, the Jubilee. Massive ship. Holds somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 people, and I believe they were all there. Now the problem with that is, well, it leaves out of Galveston. So that's convenient for us. We don't have to catch a plane anywhere. We just fly down from Dallas to Galveston, park, prepay parking, by the way, park at the terminal, and either catch a bus or hike to the actual terminal, because there's no close parking, and even the close parking is not that close, especially if you're our age. Anyway, you get in this terminal with a million other people in this sort of zigzag path that they've created with these temporary barriers, ropes, whatever, straps, you know what I'm talking about. You see them at the airports. They're there too. Everybody. And if they could do one thing in this terminal, by golly, buy another AC unit. Because not only are you all crammed in there, but it's hot, okay? We're all sweaty. We're carrying a bunch of our stuff. Now, to their credit, when you book a cruise, they give you luggage tags. You can put on your luggage. They got great porters out front that will grab your luggage immediately, so the majority of your luggage you don't have to worry about. They grab it, they take it on ship, they set it outside your cabin door. It takes a little bit. A lot of times you'll beat your luggage there, but not by much. Anyway, so we're crammed in this terminal, all sweaty and a few carry-ons, and they make it as efficient as possible. A lot of workers in there, you know, pushing people through the cattle guards. Anyway, you get on board finally, and this ship is so massive. Like, when it starts moving, you don't even know it's moving. You just happen to look up and, oh, scenery's going by. We're starting to move. Anyway, that's the terminal, so get ready for that. Oh, and by the way, you can, if you don't want to pay for their sodas, which are $3 or $4 every time you buy one, you can buy their drink package, which is almost as much when you think about it. You got to drink a lot for the drink packages, either sodas or the alcoholic package, to make sense. You got to really be there to drink. But for sodas, you can absolutely, and I'm speaking about Carnival only, this is all I know, Carnival, you can bring on a 12-pack. Grab a 12-pack from your local store, a couple of 12-packs, however many your family can carry, and you can bring them on. One guy in this hot, sweaty terminal dropped his 12-pack, and they proceeded to break and spray everybody in the terminal. That was nice. Now we're hot and crammed and sticky. So anyway, we make it through. We get on the boat. Let me talk to you about these cabins. Now, there's a couple of school of thought. You're almost never in your cabin, so get the cheapest inside, no windows cabin you can get. That's the cheap way to go, and it makes a lot of sense because you're really never in your cabin. That's one school of thought, and I used to subscribe to that school of thought for several cruises. Now we get a balcony.
All right, here's our stateroom aboard the brand new Carnival Jubilee down here in Galveston. It's pretty narrow, but all of them are, well, all of them that us normal people can afford. Got a double bed, got a sleeper sofa, got a 2-chair balcony. That's nice. Beautiful waters of Galveston. Little dresser area. Mini fridge with nothing in it. Some drawers, nothing in it. Some water at cruise ship prices. Anyway, that's it. Beautiful decor.
And I got to tell you, I'm in my cabin more than I once thought, and I kind of love sitting out on the balcony, not bothered by people. Still seeing the views, so there's that. The rooms are small. There is no seat in the room. You're either sitting on the bed or the converted sofa in our case. Now, let me let me be clear, there was a sofa in there, but we converted it to a bed for my son. So, no seating in this cabin, except for unless you want to sit on the bed, which is not always the most comfortable place to sit. There is seating out on the balcony for two. So, the bathroom. These bathrooms are for one person. They're as efficient as they can get, but let me warn you about the toilets, okay? To flush the toilet, you gotta have the lid down. And why do you have to have the lid down? Because when you flush the toilet, you're opening up a portal into space. Yep, that's right, a portal into space. You don't want to be anywhere near it. Put that lid down to flush. The rest of the bathroom is pretty small. The showers are adequate. I wonder, having seen several people on the boat, how they get in those showers. The doors are just not that wide. Anyway. And speaking of people on the boat, now we get to the section I'm going to call Cover That Shit Up. I mean, people, two groups of you ought to be ashamed. Number one, you're old enough, but you just should not be wearing that. Number two, you're way too damn young to be wearing that. Dad, where are you? Dad? Too damn young to be wearing that. Okay. Glass walls. The Jubilee, because in the past, it's kind of like having a warning label on a sunshade for your car that says, do not drive with the sunshade. Now, that seems very intuitive to us, but it's only there because some idiot tried to drive with a sunshade installed in the car. Well, same thing applies. On these cruise ships, I have glass partition walls everywhere, and they're nose high. Now, while that's great, keeps people from accidentally, oh, I don't know, in a drunk stupor, falling off the boat, they're everywhere. They're surrounding the pools. Wherever you sit, there's a glass partition. That makes it very inconvenient to view the outside movie screen, for example. It makes it very inconvenient for the photographers on board, I don't know, like me, to take photos. You got to get up high to get over the glass. I paid for expensive glass. I don't want to be looking through some lotion-coated, spray-coated, polyurethane, semi-clear stuff. I want a clear picture. Anyway, all over the boat. Elevators. Let's talk about the elevators. Thank God there's a lot of them. There's like 3 major bays on the boat. One up front, one in the middle, one in the back of the boat. Each bay has, I don't know, 8 elevators probably. So there's a lot of elevators. They're not huge, okay? And they have to traverse 18 decks. This boat has 18 decks. Good Lord. Let me tell you, society breaks down in the elevator bays on cruise ships. I mean, all decorum goes out, it's everybody for themselves, and by golly, you're going to cram on an elevator to the point where you can't breathe, and you're all in there, all sweaty and wonderful, close friends now, and guess what? One more person, dadgummit, is going to get on that elevator if it's the last thing she does. It's never a he, she does, okay? So, there's that. Society just breaks down. It's tons of fun. Okay, the positives. The staff. The staff is wonderful. They call you by first name. I don't know how every week they memorize your name. You're not wearing a name tag. Anyway, they do that, especially the porter that handles your room. Very nice guy. Ours was named Moo, M-U. Awesome guy. So awesome. Anyway, very nice people, staff. I don't care if they're serving you, if they're walking by you on the boat, if they're cleaning your room. Very, very pleasant people. That's a plus. The next thing, the next big plus, and I'm going to die on this road. Jesus, watch where you're going, Robert. Okay, the next big plus on this thing, ice cream machines. Soft serve ice cream machines. They're everywhere, and you can get up at 2 a.m. and go get you some ice cream. I'm telling you, wonderful. They have all flavors, vanilla, chocolate, swirl, strawberry, swirl, all good stuff. Loved the ice cream machines. I felt like a kid. The not so good this trip were the ports of call. We've been a lot of places on cruises, so we tried to go a couple places we haven't gone, and we haven't gone to them because they're the lower end ports of call. Roatan, yeah, it had its pretty points. Saw iguana, wasn't all that. Next one, Costa Maya. Costa Maya has the ruins. We didn't go to the ruins. What did we do? Costa Maya. Oh, beach. This beach was terrible. This beach was terrible. A little bit of sand, 400 people trying to sell you something as they walk around and bother you the whole time. And the water, while a little bit turquoise, was, I mean, the seafloor was rocky and corally. You couldn't do anything. Hardly any fish. I mean, there were some. And then the last port of call was one of the good ones. Cozumel. Love Cozumel. At Cozumel, we swam with the dolphins. That was fantastic. Much better than we've done it in Jamaica. This was much better than Jamaica. It really had a good setup here. And the best part of it is my son tried it and loved it. I was so proud of him. Anyway, ports of call were pretty good. Well, some of them not so good. Let's see. Other things not so good. Get ready, my friends, when you step on the boat until you leave the boat, to have a photographer in your face. Oh, pretty lady, want your picture? Oh, sweet couple, you're holding hands, want your picture? Oh, you got up at 1 a.m. to go to the bathroom, can I take your picture? I'm telling you, they're all over the boat. And they'll want to sell you a package. The next thing, I'm not a gambler. If you are, I apologize. But the casino. I mean, those doors open to the casino and you walk into a smoke-filled cavern that your eyes start burning and you can't breathe. Oh my gosh, and there are people just living in there. People just staying in there, and you pay to be in there. I don't mean there's an entry fee. I mean you're gambling, and guess what? Odds are against you. Don't understand that at all. And this casino was a main pathway to get to the theater they had on the boat. So anyway, so you had to walk through it to get to the theater. The shows were good. I like the shows. I mean, they're not Broadway, but they're pretty good. These people, this is their job. They take it very, very seriously. Good dancers, good acts, everything. The shows were good. Alright folks, that wraps up my summary of our cruise. If you want to go, it's a great place. You wake up in a new port, get to explore, a couple days at sea, that's fun. Beautiful sunrises and sunsets. I think it's worth doing at least once in your life. If you're prone to seasickness, get the patch. Go get the patch. It will help you tremendously. Alright, back in a minute. Alright, meeting Road Glide and Tom this morning at Lone Star Cafe in Arlington. We're coming up on that, 1.4 miles. Having been on this seat for now 30 minutes, no, certainly the jury's not out yet, but I gotta tell you, I can tell a difference. it does feel more comfortable than the stock seat. I do think this version of the Ultimate seat, which is not the for tall people, it's the normal version. I forget what they call it, mid-rider or something like that. I think it has me a little forward than the stock seat. I think it has moved me, I want to call it a half an inch to an inch forward. I can just feel like my legs are bent a little more, my knees are a little more up in the fairing. Not uncomfortably so, and I'll tell you, it brings me closer to these handlebars. You know, I'm thinking I like it. But just sitting on the seat, and mind you, it will have some break-in time. It's stiffer now than it will be. But already, those bones in your butt, you guys know what I'm talking about, are not aching as much as they would have been on the stock seat. Now you see people do a review like this, something they paid a lot of money for, and you think to yourself, well shit, they paid a lot of money. They're not going to say something bad. It looks bad on their decision. I did pay a lot of money, but I got to tell you, I'm pretty happy with it. And no BS, I wouldn't want anybody to spend this money and not be happy with their purchase. So it is what it is. You guys take it how you will. Alright, I'm sure Road Glide's here. He's always an early bird. Not sure where this is, so I will just look for him. Oh, I think I'm missing them. There it is, Lone Star Cafe, and there's a couple of bikes right there. They're both here before me. We're meeting at 7. It's 6:58, just so you know. There's our friends right there. Alright, I'm going to park across the street. I'm looking forward to where Tom has us going today. Let's check it out. Alright guys, here I am with Tom leading the way up there. He knows where we're going. Mr. Road Glide over here in this beautiful machine. Awesome machine. And we're off to have a fun ride. Glad you guys can join us. Arlington, my old stomping grounds. Collins Street. You guys know I went to school, UT Arlington, and boy has this grown up. Not to mention AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys up there. And since I was in school, there's been two, count them, two Ranger stadiums created. I was going to Ranger games when they first came to Texas back in Turnpike Stadium, then turned to Arlington Stadium, sitting out in the sun in the center field, doing homework and watching the Rangers, to then Globe Life Park and then Globe Life Field, now covered, which is great. But my goodness, Arlington, you're spending some money. Attracts people. Anyway, Tom's taking us to Carswell Air Force Base, thereabouts, West Fort Worth. We're going to cruise around there and see what we see. Going to be awesome fun. Alright, I tell you, you got to keep your head on a swivel out here on the roadways. Twice now, somebody's cut across in front of Tom up there. I know he's watching, he's alert, but good Lord, people. Please watch for motorcycles. Welcome to Fort Worth, guys. Brick streets, beautiful architecture. Fort Worth Stockyards, if you've never been, is a place to come out, guys. And if you get a chance to take that Grapevine train from the city of Grapevine to the stockyards. That's a cool thing, especially if you have kids. And Road Glide is just decked out perfectly. Blue trim on his riding pants matches his bike. The man is lit up from behind, that's for sure. You're not missing him. Look at that. Sure wish we get our communicators hooked up. We can't seem to pair up. I've got Cena open mesh. Road Glide has Cardo. And Tom has Cena, but I'm not sure it's the open mesh kind. We turned everything on and nobody connected automatically, which I thought was the draw for open mesh.
Can you see my lights back there?
Oh, dude, like a Christmas tree. How did Road Glide know I was talking about his lights? I don't know. I know he can't hear me because when he talks, I can't hear him. We need to get some more lights on this guy. Yeah, I was just talking to Road Glide at that last stoplight about his riding pants. He's got some climb riding pants. And I want to pick me up some, but it's something that I really want to be able to try on. And, you know, not buy off the internet because you never know how they're going to fit. I want to try them on. And he was telling me about Cycle Gear, who has a very open return policy, so you could have them shipped to your house, try them on, see how they feel for a bit. If you don't like them, send them back. We'll do something. If nothing else, just for the airflow, because you know the mesh technology in the pants, in the climb gear, and other brands too. But these jeans, it's just there's no airflow, and our cool days are behind us here in Texas. Quick shout out to Cruiseman and Larry in Canada, Mark's Garage, Mac, Gold Rider 1. Rich, the return rider. Love to fly, Kevin. All frequent contributors to my channel. Thank you guys. And thanks for joining me today. If we don't get run over by these cars, this will be a very enjoyable little trip. Not a fan of these cars. And so I'm enjoying the seat. So far, no complaints. The backrest is smaller than my Utopia backrest, and I think fits in the crevice of my spine and my back a little better. It just feels better for some reason. That said, folks, if you're watching this and have any interest in a practically brand new Utopia backrest for a 2018 plus Honda Goldwing, send me an email or put it down in the comments. I'll be happy to sell it to you for maybe half price. It's a bargain. And of course I will include all the hardware, everything that came with it. But I'm not sure I'm going to have any call for it anymore, so if you're interested, leave a comment down below. Continuing with my morning hellos, Bill, Unicorn Hairhead. Hope you're doing well, Bill. Steve had breakfast with us the other day. Steve, hope you're doing well, my friend. He's been out a couple times for breakfast. Golf. Boy, I wish I was good at that game. But I'm not. Okay, we're stopping. Oh, okay. This looks cool. This was our getting off point. Back to you shortly, channel.
Alright, channel. As I told you, we are now here near Carswell Air Force Base?
Carswell Joint Reserve Air Force.
Joint Reserve Air Force Base. And I am here with Tom and Road Glide. Tom, we'll start with you. Say hello to the channel.
Hi, channel. Having a great day out here, hiking around old Carswell Air Force Base with my friends Robert and Road Glide.
All right, thank you, Tom. Road Glide, say a thing or two.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Tom, for leading the way and bringing us here and great ideas. And hello, channel. And this is what happens when fellow Goldwingers get together, have breakfast with a coffee, and decide what to do for the day for a short while and visit the downtown Fort Worth area. Thank you, Robert.
All right, channel. I'm going to work on this sound because I'm sure you can't hear me because I didn't bring the mics. So the Ace Pro is picking up the audio right now, but I'm glad you guys are with us. We're really enjoying ourselves. Part of the great thing about this Goldwing community is the relationships you build. And I'm so happy to be here with these two guys. All right, back to you soon, channel.
Alright, channel, well, I've stood off from Road Glide and Tom. I want to thank both of them for the invite to the ride. It was very pleasurable. A lot of fun getting together with those guys. Such great guys. Just about back to the house now. New Ultimate seat is performing well. Apple CarPlay, however, is not performing well. And I'm trying to decide what's going on. I've got my phone hooked up through the Carlin kit to the bike. That's providing the Apple CarPlay. And I think the Carlin kit device is getting too hot in the cubby down here. Similar to what the phone does when the phone is in the cubby. And it just, you know, it starts cutting out and then eventually it'll cut out and just not come back. That's no bueno. That's not going to help me on a long ride for sure. Bad as it is, the Honda navigation seems to work regardless. So I don't know. I may have to create some route points using the Honda navigation and use it on any long trip. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But yeah, Apple CarPlay is unreliable if you're out for more than 30 minutes. Alright guys, thank you for joining me this weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the week. We'll see you again soon. And until then, ride safe, my friends. And God bless.